Everybody, it's Shanti from School for Dogs here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. I was doing some leash training with Luna, and off leash, she's able to offer our engagement in these different circles. I put the leash on her, and she immediately jazzed up and was ready to go. So the leash in itself is clearly a trigger for go, go, go. So I want to show you kind of how we're addressing that. In the other videos you've seen me do, we've got the circles on the floor, and I go to each one. I pay her for catching up, and then I pay her for staying with me. It's just engagement moving. Come here. Come on. So she can do all that on a leash, but you see, as soon as we put this leash on her, her arousal goes up. She's totally just like a much different energy, right? So I'm going to start click and treating her for being on the floor. And then I'm going to see what we can't do to get her to walk with me using directional changes to kind of proof it. And she hasn't jumped on me pretty much like all day. So this is a good indication. Her panting has gone up. She's grabbing the leash. You can see all this. So let's go ahead and back her up so we're clear about our criteria and she understands the game. One thing you can do with dogs like this when you have that arousal upon the leash is I would also recommend you just do relaxation or Zen games. Let's go. So what I'm paying her for in short little steps, let's go. Good. Good girl. Good. I don't care about heel position. What I'm trying to get, let's go, is that, where she's got me in her peripheral vision so that when the leash goes on, it's more about staying engaged with me than ramping up energy for other things. So if you have a dog they seem fine and relaxed when they're off leash and they're able to offer those engagement leash foundations, you put that leash on and all bets are off. I would recommend that you decrease those distractions. You work for a much, much smaller or lower criteria where you can say, you know what? I'm going to have you on the leash. I'm just going to have the leash on you and pay for engagement. The leash doesn't matter. And then once they're able to do those things, because remember, these imaginary bubbles, they're determined by the length of your leash. Let's go. Beautiful. Good girl. Good job. Good girl. So I switched hands. You notice she jumped at the leash. That's a minor variation that she wasn't ready for. So when you're working with your dogs, I really want you to understand that even some absurdly low changes, good girl, in your handling skills can make a significant change in your dog's overall behavior. And just being able to recognize what those are and then modify your training a little bit to where the leash doesn't become a trigger for overstimulation, lack of engagement, and stuff like that, that can make your life a whole lot easier so that you understand what it is that your dog is struggling with. So anyway, thanks for checking in. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. And we're going to give Miss Luna a break now. Say bye, Luna. Touch. Can you do up here? Touch. Yes, good girl. All right, y'all have a good one.